1:30 p.m. So please be sure you're at the right calendar. This is the 9 a.m. for Friday, February 9th. This is a list of misdemeanor cases in which individuals have already been formally accused of one or more misdemeanor offense.
I apologize, Judge. I did want to interrupt you. Oh, I was just going to say no one was in the conference until just now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry, Judge.
That's okay. That's okay. Looks like everybody was trying to load up. Okay, thank you. I'm just waiting on everyone on Zoom to get their audio and their video loaded into the Zoom session. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're appearing at this ORCA misdemeanor calendar, make sure your audio is off. Make sure your audio is off and your video is on. All right. This is the Fulton County State ORCA misdemeanor calendar for Friday, February 9th at 9 a.m. This is the 9 a.m. calendar. We do have a couple of calendars later today, but we have cases we're addressing for 9 a.m. My name is Judge Lal, and these are misdemeanor cases in which they've already been accused. Discovery should have been completed or maybe still ongoing, and individuals should have already retained counsel either through the public defender's office or have hired your own. I'm going to go through each case to get a status of what's going on with these cases. And if individuals need to speak to a public defense attorney to see if they qualify, I'm going to place you into a breakout session to speak with the respective counsel. If you are a defendant, either appearing in the courtroom or appearing on Zoom, please remember that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you choose to say in open court, especially during the course of these proceedings, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, I will give you an opportunity to speak to a couple of our public defense attorneys who are on Zoom so that you can see if you qualify for their services. If you do not qualify, then you would have to hire your own attorney to proceed with your case. For individuals who are appearing via Zoom, I know you are attending this from the comfort of your home or your office, but there are a couple of home rules. Like I said, number one, first, make sure your audio is off. Jasmine Mason, make sure your audio is off. Rule number two, you are in an actual virtual courtroom, so you're supposed to be conducting yourself as if you're in an actual courtroom. There shall be no driving, no eating, drinking, smoking. You are not supposed to be walking around, and there's definitely cannot be any separate recording of the proceedings. All right? So I do see a bunch of people who have not turned on their video, but so be it. Are there any attorneys, private attorneys in the courtroom?
Yes, Judge. She was here for me.
All right, Ms. Rothman.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Anthony Johnson. I filed a waiver of his presence. We did receive all discovery. We have now got the video and the plea offer from the state. I'm just going to continue pre-trial with the state as we go on try to negotiate this. We can put it on a final plea calendar.
Okay. Do we have a date for a final plea calendar? Okay. It's going to be reset to the final plea calendar, and we will send you notice of that date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. If you're more than welcome to stay in pre-trial, otherwise we'll see you down the road. Okay. Any yes, Mr.
Morning, Judge. Attorney David Brigden. We represent Brooks Sampson. We received discovery. We do have some reciprocal discovery in the end of file. And we can continue trying to negotiate, Judge, but we can just move this case forward.
All right, I'm going to reset it to the final plea calendar as well. And Ms. Rothman and Mr. Rigdon, please understand that once your clients are on the final plea, they must appear in person. No more Zoom, okay?
Thank you, Judge. That'll conclude my business, Judge.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Dennis Scheib, we had a conflict. Were you still able to address court today?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Your Honor, what did you say?
I said I got a conflict letter from you, but you are still here, so I guess lucky me.
I'm good. Whenever you call the calendar, I'm good.
All right, what's your client's name?
It's, his name is Boone, Boone.
All right. Position 4, is Mr. Boone on Zoom?
No, Your Honor. He is actually in New Jersey. He's in the system up there awaiting trial for murder and attempted murder and about 6 other things. So he's been incarcerated since January 14th of 2023. I don't believe he's going to go anywhere for a good long time. And this has been on a calendar between a call of a calendar and different calendars 41 times. So,
Okay.
so I would, you just put it on a dead docket until they bring him down here.
Ms. Kassidakis or Ms. Githia?
We can put it on the dead.
All right. This case is going to be placed on the debt docket. I'll have to do an order for that. And
Okay.
if the case, there's no activity on the case within 1 year, it stands dismissed without prejudice.
Okay.
Yes, please. Anything else, Mr. Scheib?
No, thank you very much. You have a great day, Judge.
You too, sir. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Mr. Scheib, I was just saying. make
Mr.
sure you
Scheib,
send that
Mr.
order.
Scheib, hang on.
Just saying, make sure you send that order, Mr. Scheib.
Say that again.
Make sure you send the order.
Oh, the order to place on the debt docket?
Have this case placed on the dead docket.
Okay, we'll prepare. We'll
Okay.
prepare order for
All
that.
right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Let's see, I'm just, Attorney Brandon Rosenblum. Good morning, sir. Mr. Rosenblum, if you'd like to unmute.
Sorry, it wouldn't come up for a second there. I have 4 cases on the calendar. All of them announcing ready to move on to the final plea calendar.
All of them?
All of them. All
Okay,
discovery is complete. I went to the office yesterday to make sure.
excellent. All right, so could you give me case number 1?
Sure. Keong Hang, Huang, I believe.
It ends with a H,
It's H.
23. Okay,
One second, Your
position
Honor, I can just get-
23 is reset to final plea calendar.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next one is Richard Graham.
Position 18, and that's 1 case. That's also,
Mhm.
now, please note that the final plea calendar is all in person, okay?
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, final plea calendar for the notice. Case 3,
Jerome Aneki, Anaeki,
position 1.
to 21.
All right.
All
This is
right,
to be
and the
further
last
notice of
one.
the final plea, yeah?
Thank you, Your Honor. Last case is Kenyatta Taylor, Taylor.
There we go. Yeah, position 42. All right, Mr. Rosenblum, anything else, sir?
No, Your Honor, we'll get with our clients and get a final answer to the solicitor as soon as possible.
All right, sir. Have a good day then. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye
All
now.
right, Miss Christy Battle.
Yes, Judge. Good
All
morning.
right. Good morning. Who's your client?
I have 2 clients on the calendar.
Okay,
The first one is Jatrell Phoenix.
Phoenix, begins with the P.
Uh-huh.
All right, position 34.
Yes, Judge. This case, I've just been retained on this case. He was told previously in the other courtroom, I think he was in another court, that if he had taken this anger management course and it was something else that he was supposed to do, that this case would have been dismissed. And I'm kind of trying to work through that to see what was going on.
All right.
What he
I would recommend that you stay and pre-try the case with Miss Kassidakis,
Okay.
because I would have no way to access the status of such an announcement at the
Right.
present time.
Okay. And
All
then
right.
my next client is Jamal Kendrick.
All right, position, yeah, 26. Let's go over there. And what is the announcement for Mr. Kendrick?
the last time we were in court, there was supposed to be 2 other videos that were supposed to be produced. Today, I have not received them. And so, but I would like to, I guess, speak with the prosecutor on this case to see if we
Alright.
can come to some type of resolution.
So there's only one video and it was given to you 8/8/2022, and I reshared it with you this morning, just in case your link expired. And I saw the link and you haven't viewed it, so.
All right, so I'm going to put you both these cases down for pre-trying with Ms. Kassidakis.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
please hold. All right, I'm just trying to see Mr. Dennis Murphy, who's your client? Mr. Murphy? Yeah? Oops. Did I just lose Mr. Murphy?
Oh, no, Judge. Good morning.
Okay.
My client is Warren Solomon.
Warren Solomon, I think yes, position 40, yes, sir.
And he should be on the call this morning. Your Honor,
Yep.
we've received discovery. We had not received an offer from Ms. Kassidakis, but given the nature of the charge, if we can just go to final plea calendar, and I'll wait to see her offer, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right, so this one is going to be further notice to the final plea calendar. And please make sure that you and your client appear in person.
Duly noted, Judge. That's
All
all I
right.
have.
All right, sir, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Miss Madden,
Yes, Judge, good morning. I have
Good-
Quintavious Gates. He should be on the call.
Gates. All right, I see a Warren there. Warren, was that your client? Was that your attorney, Mr. Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go. Your next court date would have to be in person. No more Zoom.
All right.
Thank you. Position 15, Quintavious Gates. And Mr. Gates, are you present?
Judge, he did send me a text message this morning asking for the meeting ID, so I will text him that. I sent him the information I expected him to be on. We had lost contact, but I have received discovery in this case and an offer. I need to relay it to my client, so I would ask for a final plea and I'll try to get him on the call so a bench
Okay.
warrant will be issued.
All right, this case is reset to the final plea calendar. As noted, it has to be in person. So if he doesn't show up, a bench warrant will issue, okay?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
All right,
And
you're
you
free.
need to have him report today. Like I said, I do.
No, you're free to go. Make sure he comes back on the final plea calendar.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Judge. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Hey, Judge, Justin Spiesman over here.
All right, Mr. Spiesman. Yes, sir. And who's your
Thank you,
client?
Judge. Danny Smith, Your Honor.
39.
39, okay. What's the announcement?
Judge, I received another batch of discoveries downloading very slowly. I think it might be the video. We previously had a motion in front of Judge Edie where he suppressed the breath test. So we probably just have to have that catch up. And then after that, we are ready pending further negotiations.
Are you ready for trial?
I'm happy to get an offer from Ms. Scandalakis. I've never gotten an offer in this case. It was with Ms. Giddings and a few other prosecutors. So I'm happy to
Can you transmit an offer to Mr. Spiesman on
Yes,
chat today?
Yes.
All right. Please hold, and Ms. Kassidakis is going to send you an offer.
I'll email it to you.
that's fine. If an email would be great, Judge, and can I be excused to report to DeKalb County?
Oh, okay. So I guess you'll have to email it to him, Ms.
Yes.
Kassidakis. All right.
Shonda.
This case is further notice to the final plea calendar.
Thank you, Judge.
In person, Mr. Spiesman, no Zoom.
Got it. Thank you, Your Honor. Take care.
All right. You too. Thank you. All right, folks, I'm Attorney Pat Dixon. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on Brandon Gooch. He has 2 positions, Judge. I previously pre-tried this case with the state. I actually sent over a counter offer to the state this morning.
May I have your client's last name again and spelling?
Gooch, Your Honor, Gouch.
Gouch.
Yes.
I don't see that on the calendar.
I think he's on this.
Is it for the 9 a.m. calendar?
For the 1:30.
It's the 1:30 final plea calendar.
I understand. So it's on the 1:30 final plea calendar this
Yes,
afternoon.
sir. And
Okay,
these are all in person.
so it's on the 1:30. I've got a conflict okay, I'll get with the state and we'll try to figure out what we're doing. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Clements, Kirby Clements. Kirby Clements.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I was just retained on State versus Jasper Perry.
Perry, okay.
Yes, Perry. I don't know what number it is. I was trying to do this all on
33, okay.
33. Like I say, I was just retained this morning. I would like to be able to obtain some discovery if that's what would be allowed. I can get that filed and served with the state today.
All right.
And Judge, can I just clarify, was this for position 32 or
Oh,
33?
32. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I misspoke. It was 32. And
32.
yeah.
Just
And Ms. Kassadakis, do you have a offer for this particular case?
yes,
All right.
I can,
So, Mr. Kirby, excuse me, Mr. Clements,
Yes.
you can put your email in the chat feature directly to Attorney Kassadakis. Do you have one?
perfect.
Oh, her name is Georgia Kassadakis, ASG. And
Okay.
she can email you the plea offer.
Yes.
Because as you just entered an appearance, I don't think we're able to retrieve that information off Odyssey.
That is correct. So I'll get everything filed and done today because I was trying to look it up yesterday. I forgot about the computer problems that were going on.
Well,
but
I wish I could say the same, but not quite. All right. But Mr. Clements, yes, if you could put your email address directly to Prosecutor Georgia Kassadakis, she will have your email address as of this moment so that she can email you the offer. And the case is reset to the final plea calendar and it would be in person.
All right. And do we know what the final plea calendar is? I apologize.
I do not have the date. I normally do, but under the circumstances, I do not.
All right. Understood. All right. Thank you. I'll email that to Ms. Kassadakis. I'll text it to Ms. Kassadakis. And can we be excused after that?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Miss Amanda Perez.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm
Good
here
morning.
for Mr. Mutahir Chowdhury. I'm not quite sure what position number it is.
Could you
He
give me
is
the
on the-
spelling of the last name?
Sure. Chaudhry.
Okay, Chowdhury. Okay. Five.
He is on the
Yes.
call, Your Honor. I have received pending discovery just late last month. I have not received an offer from the state. I would request that we be moved to the final plea calendar, Judge.
Ms. Perez, the videos were sent, the videos were just sent to this morning, so just FYI, they were just sent this morning.
Okay,
You should
thank
receive
you.
those.
All right, this case is reset to the final plea calendar in person, date pending.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, thank you so much. That concludes my business this morning. May my client and I be excused?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Miss Rockwell?
Judge,
Yes, good morning.
how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Who do you have today?
I have Catherine Kelly, Judge. I'm not sure what position that is. And
Kelly with a K?
yes, and Catherine with a K too.
25, okay. And how would you like to proceed?
I did, I see that I'm getting some discovery on that case. I would love to pre-try that this morning with my prosecutor if there's time for that. I just wanted to let her know kind of what's going on. Miss Kelly had two cases, one in misdemeanor
actually-
court and one in felony.
Ms. Rockwell, that's actually one of the cases that we cannot access right now.
Oh, can we have another status, Judge, please?
Yep, this is going to be further to the next status date. And but I do not have a date right now, but we'll send it to you. You're listed as attorney of record.
Thank you, Judge. And who will be my prosecutor?
At the present time, it is Sarita Githiaya.
Okay, great. I'll get in touch with you directly.
Okay.
Y'all
All
have a
right.
good weekend. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Rockwell. Enjoy.
All right. All right.
Attorney Lubin An, Mr. An, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. And who's your client?
It'll be Jasmine Mason.
Jasmine Mason. I think that was the lady who was walking around, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, she's present.
Right. Oh, okay, that's good.
89.
And how would,
Not walking around.
she stopped, okay. And how would we like to proceed?
Your Honor, if I could, if the state would provide me an offer of me, just email it to me.
Mhm.
It doesn't indicate in my notes that I got an offer. But anyhow, that could be emailed to me, and you just put us on the final plea calendar.
Ms. Kassidakis, do you have Mr. An's email?
Yes, I do.
All right. The prosecutor at the present time is Georgia Kassidakis. She has your email and she's going to email the proposed offer. This case is further notice to the final plea calendar. Ms. Mason and you would have to appear in person at that calendar. It's no Zoom. All right?
Okay.
All right. Okay.
That's noted.
You have-
That's noted, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Enjoy your weekend. Take care.
Okay, same
Bye-bye.
to you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm panning the Zoom sessions. Mr. Kilball, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Campbell,
Yeah, I'll be right with you, Mr. Campbell. I'm literally, it's like Hollywood Squares. Pick the attorney from the group. Okay. Mr. Kilball, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And who's your client?
Arthur White. I have received all of the discovery.
Position 47. And you have not received
No,
discovery?
I have in fact received all of
Okay.
it.
And the offer.
And was your client ready to take a plea today or?
So Miss Kassidakis had at our previous ORCA calendar, she sent me an offer yesterday, but I think at our previous calendar, we had an agreement that he would do some anger management. The case would be dismissed. I believe he's done that, but he is not present this morning.
All right.
I spoke to him from the anger management provider. I haven't worked this out with Ms. Kassidakis after receiving the revised offer yesterday because I haven't been able to confirm whether it's been completed or not. But I would ask to be placed on the final plea calendar so that I can learn if he has done that anger management, and then I can send to Ms. Kassidakis the emails of our previous conversations.
Okay. Ms. Kassidakis, is there a contingency the case will be dismissed if he complies with certain conditions?
So I never offer that, but if that's a prior negotiation, I'm definitely willing to honor it.
Okay, Mr. Kilball, I'm going to reset this case to the final plea calendar. Please understand that it is an in-person calendar. However, if you email Ms. Kassidakis and if she honors such an agreement and your client has completed the conditions, you can also submit a proposed dismissal or null pros
Yes, Your Honor.
to take the case off the calendar.
I am optimistic that I will do that.
All right, well, there we go. That's all I can hope for right now. Thank you, sir. You have
Thank you,
any
Your
other
Honor.
cases?
No, Your Honor.
All right, have a good weekend. Thank you. Mr. Campbell, yes, sir. Who's your client?
good morning, Judge. I have Devontae Beasley.
All right, that's position.
No, pause, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Githier has announced a null pros in that case. So did you have another case?
That's all I have. I didn't know it had been null pros.
And sometimes we get good news. So what do you know?
That's great news. Thank
All
you.
right. Hope your team wins on Sunday then.
We're not playing.
All right. All right, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mr. Andrew Smith, are you counsel, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Kevin Vantrees.
Vantrees. Right. Could you spell the last name?
Vantrees.
Are you certain it's not on the 1:30 calendar?
Oh, Judge, he's position 45. He said Bantress.
45.
I could be pronouncing it wrong, Your Honor. We just were retained the
Oh,
other day, and we
I
just
see.
entered in an appearance.
All right, Kevin Charles Vantress with a V as in Victor. Okay. And yes, sir, you just got retained?
Yes, the other day, and we just entered an appearance, and we need the discovery.
Okay.
Can you put your email in the chat box, please?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, the prosecutor for your client's case at the present time is Georgia Kassidakis. So if you can reach out to Ms. Kassidakis on the chat, send her your email. She can make sure you get the information.
Okay, I'm doing it now, Your Honor.
Ms. Githia, your last name is Githiea?
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Ms. Githia, the spelling of your last name, Githiea?
Yes.
All right, folks, I've just put the name of the prosecutors, so those are the names you're looking for on the participant list in order to email or chat with them or send them any documents through chat, okay? All right, Mr. Smith, we will reset your case to a next status calendar. And once you've got that information, perhaps we'll get an update on your client's case.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Vareen, the third or are you
Yes,
an attorney or
Yes,
client?
my client is Jacqueline Davis,
Davis, okay.
and I think she is on. Miss Davis, can you let us know you're on the Zoom call with us?
Wanda Davis? All right. And Mr. Vareen, how would you like to proceed?
Judge, we are ready to enter a plea today. She has a disability where she's injured her leg, and she said she's going to be basically bedridden for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
Wanda Davis, are you present? Wanda Davis? I can take the plea over Zoom. I have the paperwork and everything.
Yeah, let me call her because she's
Okay.
been on the call this whole time.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Vareen. If you would like to mute.
You have to
Yeah.
click your mute button, ma'am, on the bottom left corner.
Yeah. Mr. Vareen, could you mute your screen? Yeah, we'll get back to your case very soon to address the plea.
Okay.
Position number 8.
Your Honor.
All right. The host, please mute Attorney Vareen, please. Thank you.
The screen.
All right.
It's muted, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mr. Puglis, Mike
Morning,
Puglis.
Judge Mike Pugliese. Crystal Hernandez, Judge.
All right, sir.
Discovery is complete in that case. I've been in talks with Ms. Githia, and I believe we're going to try to pre-try that this morning, if that's okay with Your Honor.
Correct. Position 22 is going to be pre-trial with Ms. Githia. Is it correct?
Yes.
Okay. Your prosecutor will be Sarita Githia.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Ms. McLeod, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. You have a few cases on the calendar?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who's the first one?
I have Mr. Gooden.
Repeat.
Mr. Gooden, Your Honor, Quintarius.
Gooden. Okay, yeah, position 16.
Yes, the prosecutor sent me an offer on that case. I received it this morning. I haven't been able to talk with him. He is incarcerated, Your Honor. So I haven't been able to pass on that information to him yet.
I just did a search in Cobb County and no name appeared
you-
under there, and I'm double checking.
Okay, we'll stand up and address the court. Judge, I believe we have this individual's grandmother present in court.
I was trying to contact grandma this morning.
I had to turn the phone off to come in here.
All right, Miss, what's your name, please?
Antoinette Gooden.
Ms. Gooden, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony provided is the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your grandson have another name?
Quintarius Tobias Gooden.
Quintarius Tobias Gooden, that's
Uh-huh.
Gooden?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Miss, all right, the prosecutor is just trying to verify that Mr. Gooden is still incarcerated in Cobb County.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anything to add?
No, I just want to know what's going on.
All right, if you'd like to have a seat, we'll address your case shortly.
Okay.
All right, Miss McLeod, I guess on Gooden, it's just a question mark. As soon as Miss Githia confirms that he's in custody, we can either further notice this case or place it on the debt docket.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, what's your next case?
My next case is Jamelia Maga.
27.
Jamila Maga, and what would we like to do there?
I haven't had an offer from the state on that.
I'll email you the offer.
I beg
I'm
your
sorry?
pardon?
I will email you the offer.
Ms. Kassidakis is going to email the offer. Would you like to address the case today?
Your Honor, I would have to discuss the offer with my client and get back. And also, I had emailed Miss Githia earlier to let her know that I had a telehealth appointment this morning.
Okay.
which
Position 27 is going to be further notice to a final plea calendar, and those are only in person.
Judge
Yes.
Hall, would you like for me to put the offer on the record?
You can go ahead for Jamila Maga.
Yes, Your Honor. It's gonna be for the simple battery family violence. 12 months probation, 12 anger management, and no contact with Salamu, Demissei.
Okay. And if you can email it to me as well, that would be fine because I would like to discuss.
Okay, I'll
with my-
do that too.
All right. So that case is further notice of the final plea calendar in person. And that's
Yeah.
for positions 27 and 28.
Yes, Your Honor.
And what were your other cases?
Yes, Your Honor. It's Mr. Walthall, Kadarius Walthall.
What is it?
Position 46,
Yes.
Kadarius Walthall. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yes. I haven't had an offer in that case either.
I'll email that to you as well.
All right. Ms. Kassidakis will email you an offer. This case is reset to the final plea calendar.
Excuse me, can I be dismissed now?
Who is this?
Jamila Maga.
Yes, Ms. Maga, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so Walt Hall is also going to be further notice of the final plea. I believe that may be the last case. Is that correct, Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor, but that's all I have on my calendar.
Okay,
Before she leaves, I did find Mr. Gooden.
all right.
It's misspelling of his name, yes.
So what would the state like to do with Mr. Gooden's case?
We can get it reset to another status calendar. It looks like he's been in custody for 57 days. So we can get it reset for another status.
Yes, Ms. Gooden,
He's been incarcerated since 21. He was in prison. They brought him up here to Cobb County.
That is correct.
Sentenced to prison.
Oh, okay.
He's been locked up more than 57 days.
If you want to get this placed on the dead docket, we can do that.
all right. Position number 16 is going to be placed on the debt docket. 16 and 17, yeah.
And Your Honor, could you tell grandma that she can give me a call? I was trying to call her on the number she last gave me, but wasn't getting through.
Do you have Miss Maureen McLeod's phone number?
And I did my new phone.
Okay.
I have it.
Ms. McLeod, if you'd like to put your phone number in the chat to Mr. Randolph, he will write it down and make sure that Ms. Gooden gets it. Just the participant is LTG MJR K Randolph. All right. All right, Ms. Gooden will get the number to you. And anything else, Ms. McLeod?
No, that will be all, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you take care. Thank you. All right, are there any other private counsel on the Zoom? Private defense counsel whom I've not addressed?
Michael Vereen, we're waiting on Miss Davis.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Marine, yes, I've already addressed your case. I'm going to take up the plea very shortly.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other private counsel on Zoom? Okay, counsel, yes, sir. Who's your client?
Elder Trejo. Mr. Trejo has signed a plea and is ready to submit this court.
Is he, where is he?
Mr. Trejo, stand up.
Oh, I see him. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Trejo, and you say you're ready to take a plea today?
Yes, ma'am. We signed it in November and returned to the Solicitor General's office, and we're just now getting the court for the court to.
Would you be able to forward the documents that you emailed and you can send it, and that way we can print it up?
Oh, absolutely. I should have printed out. I apologize.
That's okay. All right, have a seat, sir. We'll take you up shortly. Thank you. All right, for those folks who are in the courtroom, Miss Sarah Rosenhuber, I'm just gonna go down the calendar.
I would love that, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you. That'd be great.
I think there are a few cases where the prosecutors are going to be pre-trying the case. I have Ms. Battle, Mr. Spiesman, Mr. Puglis. We all waiting for pre-trial with those cases? Okay. Position 3, Cozy Blackman. Mr.
Good
Blackman's
morning, Judge.
present.
That's going to be my case. I have
Yes.
already made entry into Mr. Blackman's case. I have requested the video discovery, Judge. I haven't received that video discovery, but what I'm asking if we can be reset to a final plea calendar just for us to get that discovery and be able to come to a conclusion or decision about Mr. Blackman's case.
Have you received an offer?
I have, Judge. I have.
Your client's in the courtroom going ooh and ah, so he doesn't look too happy about having to come back to court.
And Judge, I have his number. I tried
Just
to
a
call
minute, just a minute.
Mr. Blackman, but I can give him a call, Judge.
All right, do you want to speak to your attorney? Man, I've never seen anyone so disgruntled about it.
And Mr. Blackman, please try to hold any statements. I'm going to give you a call.
Tell her.
Maybe this may help, Your Honor. The body worn camera retention has expired, so there is no video. So maybe you can talk to him and get this we can get this resolved today.
And Judge, I do have his number. I definitely.
Can I pick up, is this her calling me now?
Go outside and talk.
Fair warning, Miss Helen.
I know. I'm going to give him. I'm going to talk to him and let Mr. Blackman know what the situation is, Judge. Thank you so much.
Zooming forward to position 6, is Ramon Claiborne present? Ramon,
Judge,
okay, he's also present.
I have spoken to Mr. Claiborne. We are requesting a jury trial in this case. I have not received the video. The video discovery is outstanding, Judge, but we want to move this case forward and we want to get prepared for a jury trial, Judge. And hopefully in the meantime of that jury trial date, the state will get us the video discovery.
A case management order will issue. Anything to announce, Ms. Githia?
No, they have been requested. We just, right now, just can't access them.
All right.
If they actually come in.
Mr. Claiborne, your case is going to be scheduled for trial. You will get another notice and your attorney has to be in court for that. And at that time, we will see how the case proceeds. All right, you're free to go. Michael Dion Davis. Michael
ma'am.
Dion.
I'm present.
All right, Mr. Davis, who's your attorney?
Unfortunately, my attorney was disbarred like last year sometime. But right after that, in a previous court, I was told to do an anger management class that I completed, and I sent it to that court, but it's been no recollection of it. So I'm really not sure what to do at this point. So I'm trying to figure out, do I need to get public defending or get another lawyer?
You are free to speak to a public defender who's on Zoom. You would need to wait and they will give you an opportunity to speak with them. And if you financially qualify, then they will represent you. In the meantime, Ms. Githier is also looking up the case to see if you have sent those classes, anger management classes attendance. Her name is on the chat list. If you have a certificate of completion of those classes, I would recommend that you attach a document directly to Sarita Githier on the Zoom. Understood?
Okay.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
And Judge, do you mind if we ask Mr. Davis to please put his phone number in the chat so that one of us can reach out to him to qualify him?
Yeah.
He has put his information. I've written it down. I'll give Mr. Davis a call.
Thank you.
I didn't remember where he left.
Oh, Miss Helen, you're going to give Mr. Davis a call?
I will, Judge. All people on
right.
Zoom, I'll be handling, Judge.
All right. So to speak to PD, position 7. All right, Mr. Davis. There is another public defense counsel. Her name is Catrice Helen. You can also send your phone number in the chat to her to see if you qualify for their services. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so in the meantime, please mute your screen. Luis Escobar.
Judge, he is present. He is also positions 10 and 11. If we could hold to pre-try this, please.
All right, pre-trying positions 9, 10, and 11. Mr. Escobar, do you speak English, sir? All right, please hold. Your attorney is going to talk to the prosecutor.
Yeah, of course.
Asja Ferguson.
Good morning.
Asja Ferguson, position
Good
12.
morning, Judge. That's going to be my case. I have made entry into Mr. Ferguson's case. Judge, I have spoken to him. Just give me an opportunity to raise him. He does know court is today. He asked me for the link, so I'm going to raise him, Judge.
Okay.
In this particular case, I have not received the video discovery, but we are asking for a jury trial calendar for Mr. Ferguson.
All right, get him on the phone and let's see what's happening, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Your next client, Miss Helen, is Chaka Foreman.
Yes, Judge,
Chaka.
Ms. Foreman is on Zoom. I have spoken to Ms. Foreman. Judge, give me an opportunity. I'm going to ask for pretrial. I do have an offer, but I just want to announce pretrial in this case, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
And then we can quickly go back to position 12. Was that yours, Miss Helen? And I didn't hear what you stated.
She said that she wants to try to reach out to Ms. Ferguson.
Oh, okay.
But that it's a jury trial demand and that the video discovery is still outstanding.
For Asia Ferguson?
Yes.
Is there a discovery pending?
It was shared on November 30th. Maybe it wasn't sent to you, but yeah, I have a note that it was.
We
shared.
have another attorney, Kaylee Maxwell, on record, so it may have been sent to that.
Okay, yeah.
I have checked all of my Axon/evidence links just to verify. I have not received Mr. Ferguson's, but Judge, we are still asking for that jury trial calendar.
All right, I'm going to issue a case management order for position 12 and further notice for trial. Position 12. Okay. Position 14, Ola Yenke Gabrielle.
Yes, Judge, that's my client. She is present on Zoom. Ms. Gabriel, could you please put your Zoom video on? I see your name, Judge. There she is, Your Honor.
All right.
Judge, if we could pre-try this, I just got a recommendation either late last night or this morning, and I'm happy to speak with her.
All right. Ms. Gabriel? Hello?
Yes.
Could you lower your device? I can only see your hat. Okay. Are you lying down? Are you in bed? Okay. Your attorney is going to speak to the prosecutor. Please hold. Maybe while you're waiting, you can go put on a jacket and get out of bed. Okay? Thank you. Please mute the screen. Position 19, Dennis Grant. This is another Kaylee Maxwell case.
It's going to be my case, Judge. Is Mr. Grant present on Zoom or present in court?
Mr. Grant?
I do not have Mr. Grant's information, and with Odyssey being down, I don't have a way to contact him, Judge, but I'd ask that a bench warrant not issue and that
Mhm.
this be reset to a next available status calendar.
All right, we'll hold on that. Position 19,
Understood, Judge.
Dennis Grant. Okay, Torrance Hale.
That is also my position. Mr. Hale is position 20 as well as
He's present.
21, Judge. He is
He's
present
present.
over Zoom. I've spoken to Mr. Hale. However, Judge, the video discovery is still outstanding. In Mr. Hale's case, I have checked all of my Axon evidence links. I do not have it. But Judge, we are requesting a jury trial in both of these positions, Your Honor.
All right, position 20 and 21, a case management order will issue and is further notice for trial. Mr. Hale, your case is going to be reset for a jury trial. Please make sure that you keep up with your notices, and you'll need to come back to court in person the next time. No more Zoom.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I think we already addressed, position, did I skip a page? 26 is then pre-try, 27. Position 30, Vincent Payne.
That is also me, Judge, and Mr. Payne is position 30 and 31.
31.
The same announcement. He is present on Zoom, Judge, right there. Judge, we are requesting a jury trial calendar. I have spoken to Mr. Payne. The video discovery is still outstanding, but we are requesting that this be put on a jury trial calendar, Judge.
Any response, Ms. Kassidakis? Video still pending?
I can double check with my investigator.
Okay. Case management order to issue for positions 30 and 31, Vincent Payne. The case is going to be further notice for a jury trial. And Mr. Payne and Ms. Helen, that would be an in-person proceeding at the next time, okay?
Understood, Judge.
All right, thank you. Mr. Payne, you're free to go.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good.
Would you have a question, Mr. Payne?
Oh, no, I said thank you. Have a good day.
You too, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Position 35, Deontay Roberts.
Judge, I think we may have skipped 33.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did, thank you. Because I got that confused with 32 last time, thank
I
you.
understand.
All right, Tiffany Perry.
Yes, Your Honor, that's my client. She is present over Zoom. I just received discovery late last night. If we could pre-try this and report back.
All right, Ms. Perry, you'll have to remain on the Zoom until your attorney releases you. Position 33 is pre-trial, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Judge.
All right, then position 35, Deontay Roberts. Deontay Roberts. All right, that's a no-show.
Judge, has anyone heard from Attorney James Key? I believe.
No.
Okay.
Position 37, Peter Seeley.
Judge, I'm gonna announce on behalf of Miss Karen Shelley. This is gonna be her case, but I'm actually chatting with Mr. Seeley, who's present on Zoom now, Judge. If there's anything that I can help with on this case, I'm gonna try to help Mr. Seeley today. So I'm just gonna announce pre-trial.
Okay, position 37 is pre-trial. Mr. Seeley, please remain on Zoom until you're released by the attorney. Blake Severs, Attorney Julia Hawley.
Judge, this is also going to be Miss Shelley's case. Is Mr. Severs present on the Zoom call?
Blake Alexander Severs.
Judge, Miss Helen and I are sort of jumping in and unexpectedly covering. If we could just hold to see if
Yeah.
Mr. Severs appears.
All right. John Stiles. John Stiles.
Judge, that's gonna be a transfer case. That's gonna be my case. I'll go ahead and take that one. Is Mr. Stiles present on the Zoom call or present in court this morning?
Not in court. Mr.
Judge-
Stiles, if you're on Zoom, this would be a good time to unmute.
Unfortunately, Judge, I don't have a file and I don't have a way of contacting him.
Understood.
So
Yeah,
I am
hold-
gonna ask that bench warrant not issue.
All right. I'm gonna hold out till the end of the calendar. All right, 42, 43, Jaliki Turner. I think I did see someone with that name, Jaliki Turner. Mr. Turner? All right, he's present.
Yeah, Judge, I'm here.
All right, your attorney used to be William Toller. Who's your attorney?
Yes, he's here.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Where is he?
1 second.
All right, you're present. Please contact your attorney and let him know he needs to be present. Please mute. Okay, thank you. Position 48, Jakari Wilcox. Jakari Wilcox. Jakari Wilcox is not present. That's position 48. Rodney Woods.
Judge, this is my case. He is present over Zoom. I just need a recommendation and discovery from the state. We can hold to pre-try this.
Okay. Mr. Woods, your attorney is Sarah Rosenhoover, and she's going to be speaking to opposing counsel to see where this case goes. Please hold. Please mute your screen. Thank you. Is there anyone who's in the courtroom who's a defendant and whose name I did not call? Yeah, please stand up. Name?
Brooke Sampson.
That name's familiar.
Brooke Sampson.
She's position 36, Judge, represented by Attorney Rigdon.
All right.
Oh, I thought you
Ms.
said Brooke
Sampson,
Sampson.
your attorney was here earlier this morning. His name is David Rigdon. Does that ring a bell?
He's with Scott Fortis.
Yeah.
and Firm, so yes.
Yeah. And they have reset it to a final plea calendar, meaning that they're going to discuss with you a possible recommendation offered by the state to see if you want to accept that to resolve the case.
Okay.
Okay. David Rigdon, who is with the office of Scott Fortis. So you'll need, and then you need to come back to court the next time.
Would you be able to tell me that you guys came up with?
I do not know. Mr. Rigdon and the prosecutor are discussing that. And they're not going to talk to you because you have an attorney. All right? You're free to go. You too. Thank you.
Judge, my attorney said he'll be on as soon as possible.
All right, I'll wait for him. Thank you, Mr. Wilcox. All right. Again, is there anyone else whose name I did not call? Okay. I have two pleas to address, which is Wanda Davis and Mr. Trejo. Who's the prosecutor for Wanda Davis?
I am, Your Honor.
All right. So Ms. Casadakis, if you want to get into a breakout session.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm filling out the plea form for Cheho, and then I'll do the breakout session.
Okay. I think I have a couple of attorneys who are waiting to speak to the prosecutor. So as soon as I'm done with these two pleas, they will be addressing you in a separate breakout session. Ms. Wanda Davis? Mr. Marine, please unmute.
Yes, Judge. Miss Davis, I see her on. I think she may be having trouble unmuting herself. Miss Davis?
Wanda Jacqueline Davis, you must start your video.
You have to start your video and your audio. They are calling your name now.
All right.
Do you want to just come to my office and do it on another day?
Would
No.
you like me to? I've also sent a request to for her to start the video, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Marine, let's mute it, and then as soon as she's ready, and if the prosecutor is available, we can proceed, okay? Otherwise, she's free to come down to the courthouse. I'll be here till noon. Then I have another calendar at 1:30. She can also do it at 1:30. All right? She can come down in person, doesn't have to be Zoom. Okay. Mr. Trejo, I'm waiting for the paperwork to come through,
Yes.
and then as soon as that's done, we can address that. So Ms. Githia, if you'd like to start with your first breakout, I think that's position 22 with Mr. Puglis.
Yes.
Mr. Puglis,
Yes, Judge, I'm here.
all right.
Oh, I was.
You're gonna see the host is going to send you a message on your screen to join a breakout room, and that would be with Prosecutor Sarita Githia.
Thank you, Judge.
They have been placed in the breakout room, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir. And pre-trial, I guess everyone's talking. All right. Counsel at the podium, please, with your client. Thank you.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Could you refresh my memory on names again, please?
My name is Carlos Mucha, and I'm representing Elder Trejo, Trejo.
And how you spell your last name?
Mucha, M-U-C-H-A.
M-U-C-H. All right, this is State versus Elder Iridian Trejo, 21 CR 007822D. Mr. Trejo is present with his counsel, Mr. Muche, and Mr. Trejo was originally charged with driving under the influence of drugs, less safe, failure to maintain lane or improper lane change, and reckless driving. These three matters were stemming from an April 24, 2021 incident in Fulton County, Georgia. Mr. Trejo, you've been advised of your right to remain silent. Anything you choose to say in open court about the facts of your case, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney, and your counsel, Ms. Mucho, will be representing you. This is going to be a negotiated plea hearing, so for purposes of the plea, may I place you under oath? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
All right. You need to come closer to the mic, right? Thank you. All right, Ms. Kassidakis, what's the plea offer?
Yes, Your Honor. And does the defense stipulate to a factual basis, venue and ID?
We do, Your Honor.
Okay, the state's recommendation is for the DUI less safe, 12 months probation, credit for time served, balance probated, a $1,000 fine, 50 hours community service, a drug and alcohol evaluation, and follow any recommendations for treatment, a risk reduction program, and one victim impact panel. The probation can go non-reporting upon completion of these terms. Count 2, failure to maintain lane or improper lane change has been null pros. And count 3, reckless driving has been null pros.
Okay. Mr. Musha, are those the terms to which your client has agreed?
Yes, Your Honor, it is. And just at the last moment we were talking, he is eligible for an affidavit of first conviction.
Will he be able to surrender his driver's license today?
You have your license today or?
My driver's license?
Yes. You need to take your hands out of your pocket.
How will I get to work?
No. That's what the first is. Just a minute, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is your license now?
Okay.
That's just for 4 months and you get back. Okay. Yes, Your Honor, he has his license and he can surrender that today.
All right. I will grant him an affidavit of first conviction. Any other questions?
One moment, Your
How
Honor.
many days did you serve?
It was like 3 days. 2 days.
Credit for time served 3 days, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, getting back to Mr. Trejo. Mr. Mucha, do you stipulate to the factual basis, venue and ID for this charge of DUI under the influence of drugs, let's say?
Yes, Your Honor, we
All
did.
right, and as Ms. Kassidakis has indicated, the remaining 2 charges are not going to be prosecuted.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Trejo, have you consumed any alcohol, medication, or drugs recently?
No, ma'am.
All right, and have you understood the proceedings so far?
Yes, I do.
Have you understood your attorney? You need to
Yes, ma'am.
speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So this is the part where I'm going to give you some questions, and based on your responses and your demeanor, I have to determine whether you're entering a plea freely, willingly, and knowingly. So if I sense that you're just doing it just to get out easy, I'm going to disregard the plea and put the case on trial. So it's very important that you answer with conviction and that you're genuine about your responses.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Thank you. As you said, you're satisfied with your attorney, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's said with genuine and conviction, Mr. Mucha. So that's your credit. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Has anybody forced you or induced you to take this plea offer today?
No, ma'am.
And has it been explained to you that if you decide to plead guilty to this charge, that you would have to give up your constitutional right to go to trial? You will not be able to confront your accuser, challenge the witnesses and evidence brought before you, have the assistance of counsel to present any arguments or defenses if you choose to do so, and have the state carry its burden to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that this will be a DUI conviction on your record, and that could have an impact upon your residency, upon any professional licenses, upon any open cases, upon your job. Has that been explained to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you still willing to move forward with this plea?
I am, ma'am.
How do you plead to 1 count of driving under the influence of drugs, let's say?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 3 days, credit for time served 3 days, balance probated. You'll report to the probation office next what day is today? Next Thursday, before 3 p.m. Today's Friday, you report next Thursday. The probation office is located at 132 Mitchell Street in downtown Atlanta. All right? Once you're on probation, you will have to comply with the following conditions. Pay $1,000 fine plus any surcharges and fees. Pay your probation fees every month. Complete 50 hours of voluntary community service at any nonprofit agency that is not a church or not a school. You can go to any other nonprofit, but not a church and not a school.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? You need to submit yourself to an alcohol and drug evaluation and complete any treatment that's required. Okay? Was risk reduction a requirement?
Yes, Your Honor, and a victim impact panel.
You'll also be required to complete a risk reduction course and attend 1 victim impact panel as directed by your probation officer.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to grant you an affidavit of first conviction, which means that you first have to surrender your driver's license, and we will give you the affidavit. You then take that affidavit to the Department of Driver Services, and they will issue you a limited driving permit.
Thank you.
As your attorney would have explained to you, the permit to drive is limited to specific reasons: work, medical reasons, to attend court, to attend probation, to go for grocery shopping, but you cannot use it for leisurely or recreational purposes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any questions, Mr. Mucha?
No, Your Honor.
All right, that would be the plea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, we said they can go non-reporting.
So we'll get that paperwork.
We're gonna get you paperwork.
Non-reporting,
Yeah, I get it.
is it non-reporting after completion of conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Stay on. Stay
All
on.
right.
Don't mess with your video. Judge,
yes, sir.
we have Miss Davis. That's her video. You see her in her bed. So she's got some issues where she can't come down to court, but we can do her plea now. I'm talking to her on the phone.
All
She-
right, thank you. We're ready to address that. Just give me literally 30 seconds and we'll be right with you. Hmm?
What position?
You found that funny, huh?
And then I need a rep and just agree on 49.
Okay, let's do 33 first.
All right, Mr. Randall, this is the paperwork for Mr. Elder, and then y'all can process the
33
affidavit.
Tiffany Perry.
Okay, Wanda Jacqueline Davis.
Miss Davis,
Davis?
if you'll click the unmute the video, you unmute the sound. You want to, we need to hear you too. We see you, but we have to hear you. You need to click the bottom next to the video is a mute button. You need to click
I
the
believe she's unmuted, but we can't hear her. Miss Davis, if you can hear us, we were having technical difficulties hearing you with your audio.
okay, turn your volume up. Maybe that'll do it.
Mr. Marine, it's not
Yeah.
her volume. Her speakers are not connected to the Zoom device.
Okay, is that something she needs to do?
Yep. It's on one of the options. Miss Davis, if you can hear the court, my name is Judge Lal. Would you by any chance have a teenager in the house with you?
She does not.
All right. Do you still want to help her navigate through that? Because she needs to connect, make sure where her audio is concerned on Zoom, that she
Yeah.
needs,
Your Honor, this is Ms. Smith. I just wanted her to go ahead and uh, come out of the Zoom, and when she is connecting, to make sure that she clicks on her audio part of her thing. And if all possible, Mr. Reen, if you have FaceTime or something like that, perhaps you can assist your client.
Okay, thank you. We'll log back in when we have it fixed. Thank you.
all right, thank you. All right, Mr. Puglis, did you have a conference with the prosecutor?
I did, Judge. We're waiting on she's going to review a video. If we could put us on the final plea calendar, I think we'll resolve itself then.
All right, are you waiting for her to come? Let me know.
No. We're excused, Judge.
Okay, let me see. Position 22.
Yes. And Ms. Hernandez was on earlier, and I noticed she has logged off now, but she was present earlier.
Okay. Crystal Hernandez is reset to the final plea calendar.
And Judge,
And this will be in person.
I liked your advice. If there's any teenagers in the house,
Oh.
go to them. I thought that was good advice.
Thank you. It's worked 99% of the time. So
Thank you, Judge.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I have Mr. Henry's iPad. Is that Mr. Toller?
It is, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I've had that fixed where it says my last name and then the next
That's
Zoom
perfectly
session
fine.
goes away.
It's perfectly fine. Your client is Mr. Wilcox, Jakari Wilcox. I'm not Jakari Wilcox. I'm so sorry.
J. Lake Turner.
Turner, was it? Okay. Turner, sorry, Jaleki Turner. All
That's
right.
correct, Your Honor. I received. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. And good morning again. I
morning.
received an email. Well, I saw it this morning, but I got discovery last night at 10:08. So I have not I've not opened the app or whatever you do to open it up and look at it. And my client certainly has not seen it. We have not gone over discovery. So we could have this continued so we could give the discovery we just received last night at 10 p.m.
What position? It's 44, Ms. Kassadakis.
Yeah, I think it
All
came
right.
at 10:08 p.m. last night.
I think Ms. Kassadakis, Georgia Kassadakis is the prosecutor in this matter.
So discovery was filed January 19th, 2022. And then I resent you the link with a 911 body worn. Yeah, so it's up to you, Your Honor. You can.
Right. Mr. Toller, did you see that? But you said you saw the links, but you haven't had a chance to review it. Is that correct?
Yes, I'd like to look at it. I'd like to send it to my client so he can review it once I've got it open. Sometimes I have trouble opening those things, but once I've looked at it, I will send it to him, and then he and I can talk, and then we can make it. And then I'll get an offer.
My other question is, was a plea offer also communicated to Mr. Toller? Ms. Kassadakis?
I can send you the offer if you were, I didn't know if it was a jury trial or you wanted an offer.
I did want an offer, Your Honor, so we do need an offer as well.
Okay.
I'll email it to you.
Ms. Kassadakis is going to email you the offer. If you get a chance to review the video, that would be great. I'm going to reset this to the final plea calendar. And hopefully both sides will be on the same page where discovery is concerned and the offer. And this is an in-person proceeding.
I believe, I'm not sure. Jellic, are you still living in Virginia with your mother, or are you back in Atlanta?
Right now, I'm in Virginia with my mom.
All right. It's going to be a few months down, so just make, as soon as you get the date, make plans to come down to the courthouse. All right.
So we don't know when the final plea date will be.
No, unfortunately, we've got file retrieval issues. So as soon as that's resolved, we'll be able to send out notices.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right. See you all final plea calendar in person. You're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. All right. I think we're still working with Ms. Davis. Ms. Battle, anything to announce?
Judge, I haven't gone into a breakout room.
Oh, okay. Ms. Battle, you're waiting to speak to Ms. Kassadakis?
Yes,
Positions 34 and 26.
Okay, I'm free.
Okay, Ms. Kassadakis? Are you on the Zoom? Yeah. Will the host please place ASG Georgia Kassadakis in a breakout with
yes, Your Honor.
Attorney Krista Battle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
On the back.
All right, we'll be in recess until one of the attorneys has an announcement for me. All right.
Judge,
Miss-
we may want to try Miss Davis now. She's on there and she has worked on her microphone.
Okay, crossing fingers and toes. Miss Davis, Wanda Davis. Yes, I can hear you. And there she goes again. Wanda Davis.
Miss Davis, we can't hear you.
Mr. Vereen, put your speakerphone on your device and see if we can hear it.
Okay. Miss Davis, talk for us now.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now you have to click your audio so we can see you. Your picture went away.
Okay, I have it.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. This is state versus, just 1 second, please. And we're going to get that feedback because of the phone use. Thank you, Mr. Randall. This is State versus Wanda Jacqueline Davis, case number 21 CR 007136B. Ms. Wanda Davis is appearing via Zoom along with her attorney, Mr. E. Michael Vereen. Ms. Davis, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the right to remain silent about the facts of the case. Anything that you say about the facts of the case, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney, and your counsel is Mr. Vereen. May I place you under oath for purposes of the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Githia is the prosecutor, and she's going to tell us what's the plea offer.
Can you hear me, Ms. Davis?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The state's offer is for the DUI alcohol less safe. It is 12 months to serve 24 hours, the balance probated, to pay a $600 fine, to do 40 hours of community service, to do an alcohol drug evaluation and any required treatment, a risk reduction course, 1 victim impact panel, and license forfeiture. The remaining charges will merge. Does the defense stipulate to the facts, venue, and ID?
We do stipulate.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Vereen, do you, sorry, you do. All right. Ms. Davis, have you consumed any medication or alcohol recently?
No alcohol, but I take it. I'll get properly from my head and my head.
Wait, you need to speak a little louder.
She said she took ibuprofen.
Okay. After taking the medication, are you still able to understand what's going on?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to understand your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone forcing you to take a plea offer today?
No, ma'am.
If you decide to plead guilty to the charge of DUI under the influence of alcohol less safe, you would have to give up your rights to a trial. You will not be able to go back to a court of law. You will not be able to confront your accuser, challenge the witnesses and evidence brought before you. You will not be able to present any arguments and you will not be able to present your case to the judge or to the jury. You will also have to give up your right to have the state try to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Michael, I need you to answer for me.
You want to say yes. You want to answer yes.
Could you put it closer to the... What's your response, Ms. Davis?
Yes.
How do you plead to 1 count of driving under the influence of alcohol less safe?
You want to say guilty.
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served 1 day. Balance will be on probation. Your probation report date is next Thursday before 3 p.m. The probation office is located at 132 Mitchell Street in downtown Atlanta. You must report to probation next Thursday, otherwise a probation warrant will issue and you would have to serve out the rest of the 12 months in jail. When you report to probation, you will have to complete the following conditions: pay a $600 fine, do 40 hours of voluntary community service with a nonprofit agency, complete an alcohol and drug evaluation and submit yourself to any treatment that's required, complete a risk reduction program, and attend one victim impact panel. Your license will be suspended and you're not permitted to drive for 1 year. Any questions?
I do have one thing I'd like to address the court, Judge.
All right, just 1 second, Mr. Vareen. Yes, Ms. Githia?
I believe she was taken to the hospital, so I don't know if there's a fingerprint thing or not. She wasn't taken into custody.
I had.
She was refused by Alpharetta jail. So I don't know if there fingerprints or anything.
So it's just 12 months probation? She has to report to jail for 1 day?
That's just statute.
Yeah. Mr. Vareen, okay, let me ask your, go ahead and ask your question first, and then we have to address the issue of the statutory 1 day.
Yes, that was what I wanted to address the court, Judge. I wanted to let the court know that she was transported to the Alpharetta jail due to chest pains. They didn't put her into the jail, but she was transported to the jail based on her age. And as you see her condition, she also went through an IOP program at Georgia Recovery, a level 1 treatment program, and she spent more than 24 hours sitting in those classes. We were hoping to deem this case credit for time served, released on time served, based on those reasons that she was in fact taken to the Alpharetta jail. You can see that in the arrest report.
I will deem her visit to the Alpharetta jail as credit for 1 day served, but she'll need to report to probation next Thursday. Anything else?
That's all, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Davis, please speak to your attorney about completing the conditions for probation. Please remember you're not permitted to drive, so you will need assistance either through a cab service or Uber or to a friend or relative to make sure that you visit probation at least once a month.
Judge, she would like to get a certificate of first conviction to be able to drive herself to the doctor and to drive herself to probation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll grant her the affidavit of first conviction, but she must come down to the clerk's office to surrender her driver's license and get the affidavit in
Yes,
person.
we will do that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. May we be excused.
Yes, Mr. Vareen, thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Davis, you can leave the Zoom and speak to your attorney. Y'all are still waiting for something, Mr. Mucci? Oh,
Judge, we have an announcement.
Yes, Ms. Battle?
We have an announcement on Jatrell Phoenix, which I think is 34.
34. Yes.
On this case, Your Honor, as I stated before, this case came from Judge Edie, and there was some offers or things that were talked about from the last prosecution. And I'm just going to have to, because of the system being down, I can't really get the kind of information that I usually could get. So I'm gonna have to do a little research, and Ms. Kassadakis doesn't object to another continuance.
I'm going to reset this to the next status calendar. And if, based on your information, if a plea is possible, we can take that over Zoom as long as you send the paperwork in a timely manner. Otherwise, you can make your other announcements accordingly.
Thank you, Your Honor. Also, I have position
26.
Jamal
26.
Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
What I was saying earlier, Your Honor, we had received the one video that you were talking about, but there are 2 other videos that.
Oh, I wasn't talking about any video. Was Ms. Kassadakis indicating it was only one video?
No. There was one video that I received a while ago.
Okay.
But in that video, there are 2 other officers, one specifically that took the field sobriety test, and it was off camera, so only on her body cam. So we are asking for another reset so that we can get those 2 videos.
Okay. I'm going to reset this case to the jury trial calendar. We'll issue a case management order. And you definitely can subpoena the officer to produce the video at the time of trial.
So jury trial.
Yeah.
Calendar. And Judge, just to put you on notice on both cases, and I'm getting the paperwork now, I am going to have surgery on March 14th.
So you have a medical excuse then? I mean, you don't have to get into the
a
details.
medical excuse. I intend on filing the medical leave.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get it from the doctor, but it will put me down for 6 weeks.
Okay, just make sure that you send in once you get the details, send in your LOA and we can take it at that time.
Okay, I just wanted to put the court on notice.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all.
All right. If I don't see you soon, best of luck. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you. Okay. Ms. Kassadakis. Oh,
Yes, Your Honor.
I was just wondering where the feedback. Okay. Did you want to pre-try the cases with the other PDs?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Miss Helen, have you spoken to position 7? Is she available?
Judge Long, who should I speak to next?
It would be Miss Rosenhoover or Miss Helen.
I can speak with Miss Helen if she's ready.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to respond.
Oh.
I've got Mr. Michael Davis, could you please unmute?
Yes, please.
Have you spoken to one of the PDs, the public defense attorneys?
I have not.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you. You need to, if you're waiting, I'm waiting for one of the public defense attorneys to respond. Miss Sarah Rosenhoover, Miss Catrice Helen. Both of them are waiting to pre-try cases with both of you.
Who are we talking about?
I've got Catrice Helen representing some cases and Miss Rosenhoover.
Yes, I'm actually.
Okay. I hope so.
Is,
Miss Catrice Helen and Miss Sarah Rosenhoover.
Judge, I literally was about to come back on with my announcements if the court's ready.
I'm ready, thank you.
I have just received a new announcement a new offer in position 3, Judge. So we're still pre-trying, but I think we're going to come to a resolution. That's Mr. Position 3 Blackman.
Posey Blackman?
Yes, Judge. He's still in the hallway.
He's in the
Okay.
courtroom.
Okay, Judge, we're still going through negotiations. I just want to give him the new offer, okay, Judge?
All right, so you're gonna call him and transmit the new offer?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Blackman, sit in the hallway and wait for my call, okay?
Okay.
And Judge, he did want to say he's sorry. He is feeling under the weather. He's in a lot of pain and he just wants to say apologies.
Okay, just sit one of the benches there. She'll be with you. What? Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You may step
you.
outside. She's gonna call you.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Have you had a chance to confer with Michael Davis?
Mr. Davis, I think, did Sarah give you a call?
No one's given him a call.
No, ma'am, nobody's
Okay,
called
give
me.
me 1 second, Judge. I'll give Mr. Davis a call. I just want to make these announcements that I have here. And
I don't know who he sent his information to, but you
he
have to
sent
send.
them to me, Judge.
He did, okay,
It's at the very end of a long list of people to call.
okay. Any other announcements?
Yes, Judge. Position 12, Mr. Asia Ferguson
Okay.
is present. on the
Ferguson,
call.
okay,
Mr. Ferguson.
Yes, yes, ma'am, I'm here.
And Judge, just to renew our announcement, we are requesting that this be placed on a jury trial calendar.
all right. Asja Ferguson is present. Mr. Ferguson, your case management order has been issued and the case is going to be reset for a jury trial. You would
Yes,
need
ma'am.
to show up in court in person, no future Zoom proceedings.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the next position I have is position 13, Ms. Foreman. Judge, I just sent Ms. Githier a message. I don't think she's gotten a chance to read it, so we're still negotiating that and still in pretrial with that, Judge.
On what case was that?
13, position 13, Ms. Shaka Foreman.
Oh, Shaka Foreman. Okay, so
And
you're still
she's-
talking.
Yes, Judge, but she's present here on Zoom.
I see her. Okay. So any other announcements?
Yes, Judge. Position 37, Mr. Peter Seeley.
All right, and yes, what's the
Thi-
announcement?
This announcement is again for Miss Karen Shelley. She's gonna be taking
here.
this case. Mr. Seeley is present on Zoom. Judge, we're not gonna be able to work this out today. Mr. Seeley still has some outstanding discovery in his case. We're asking this either be reset to the next status or a final plea just to
Okay.
get more work done in this case.
Your Honor, just one, if I may, what outstanding discovery? Because you have initial discovery and then you also have body worn link, so there's.
Ms. Cassadagas, I'd have to check with Karen. In my email, I don't have any of Mr. Seeley's discovery. So I just want to make a note that I don't know if all the discovery has been satisfied, but we cannot resolve it today. So we're gonna.
Okay, no problem, but it has been sent from the state. Let me know if you need anything else.
Mr. Peter Seeley, your
Yes.
public defense attorney's name is Karen Shelley.
Karen Shelley, yes.
Karen Shelley.
She gave
Your
it to me.
case,
Thank you.
yeah. Your case is reset to the final plea calendar. And that is a date that will have to be sent to you and your attorney, and it will be an in-person proceeding. In other
Okay.
words, no Zoom.
Understood.
All right, you're free to go now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next case, Miss Helen?
Judge, that's all my announcements. I'm gonna be calling Mr. Davis. I'm still pre-trying those cases as well.
All right, if you'd like to address Mr. Blackman first and then Mr. Davis and then the rest of the cases, that'll be good. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Miss Sarah Rosenhuber? Oh, there she is in, okay. I'm sorry. No, that's okay. No, I was just trying to get a snapshot of where we were.
We're working out these as best we can. I've talked to all my people now. The court would just bear with me.
I will bear with you, no problem. All right, folks, we'll be in recess until one of the attorneys lets me know how they would like to proceed with your respective cases. Thank you.
Rivera, who's been patiently waiting on me all day in court. I do have videos on one of these three cases he has. I'm sorry, Judge, let me get a position number. Yeah.
I got it. Don't worry. It's
Wonderful.
9, 10, 11.
Thank you, Judge. I do have offers on all three. If we could just get the final plea calendar, since there is a lot of paper discovery that we can't exactly access right now in Odyssey. I want to kind of take my time with all three.
Okay. And you have discussed with them the reset to the final plea calendar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Escobar? Your attorney is going to review the information that they have on your case. And your next court date will be sent to you. It's called a final plea calendar. And you please show up in person. All right? You're free to go.
And otherwise, Judge, we might have pleas on my other three cases.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
And Judge, I have announcements if the court's ready.
All right, yes, Miss Ellen?
Position number 3, Mr. Blackman, who's present in court, will be a plea this morning.
Okay,
The next position I have is Miss Shaka Foreman. That's position 13, Judge. Judge, we are requesting that this case be reset to the next final plea calendar. I've spoken to Miss Foreman. I don't believe we're prepared to move forward with a plea, but I would like additional time to receive the video discovery in her case to review it with her.
all right.
I sent you an email. Did you see the email I just responded to?
Oh, wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh, so no, I just looked at it and that is something I believe Ms. Foreman is going to accept, Judge. Please give me an opportunity to just tell Ms. Foreman right now. Is it easy to put us in just in a breakout session possibly?
Yes, I can.
All right, let her finish her announcements first, then we'll put in a breakout. Thank you. Any other announcements?
Yes, Judge, other than just a breakout session for position 13, Ms. Foreman. Oh, yes, I did speak to Mr. Davis. I apologize, Judge, just trying to go in order. Mr. Michael Davis does not qualify for our services, Judge, but I believe he's been speaking to Ms. Githia. He just wants to speak to her again regarding
All
this.
right. So, Mr. Davis?
What's going on with he sent me an email regarding anger management.
I'm so sorry, Ms. Githia, we can't hear you.
Oh.
He did send me an email from a former ASG where they were talking about the anger management. I don't know if that's all of the conditions because his charges, is it battery or simple battery? So I just need to try to confirm if that was the only condition or were there other conditions. And right now I'm just not able to access the notes to see.
All right, Mr. Michael Davis?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Miss Helen, did you have any other announcements? Patrice Helen?
She might be, I know she's not.
Patrice Helen? All right, Michael Davis, you need to start your video and audio. Miss Catrice Helen, please. I was going to put in a breakout with Miss Chaka, but we should.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, can I put you in a breakout session with Miss Chaka Foreman?
Yes, Judge.
All right. With the host, please place Chaka Foreman. Miss Foreman, you're going to see a message on your screen. And Miss Helen, you'll be placed in a breakout session too.
Yes, I will, Your Honor.
Thank you,
Okay.
Judge.
Mr. Michael Davis, your video and audio, please.
Yes, ma'am. It's stating that the host has disabled my video.
All right. Just 1 second. All right, I see you, Mr. Davis. All right, Ms. Githia. Mr. Davis, you do not qualify for the services of the Public Defender's Office. So you have the option of either representing yourself or you can retain counsel. How would you like to proceed?
I think I'm gonna have to hire another lawyer. I do not want to represent myself.
Okay. There was a question from the prosecution that they don't have any confirmation of whether the anger management was the complete list of conditions. So your case is going to be reset to the final plea calendar. At that time, you need to show up to court in person with your attorney and any documentation that you believe will support your assertion that you were only required to do anger management.
But it was from a previous court, so I mean, like I said, I never heard anything else from that court until I was.
When did you complete the anger management?
Back in July. That's all she told me to do. I was actually there in person, and she told me to complete that class. She gave me a card to email her once it was complete. I did that, and I never
And
heard
do you
anything
have your
else.
certificate of completion?
Yes, ma'am. I emailed the prosecutor already.
He did email me that, but it was in another courtroom prior to here. If that was the only condition, a null pros would have been issued. That's why I have concerns that there were other conditions.
All right.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but nobody contacted me after I sent the completion, of the certificate for that class. I even emailed my bond advisor to see what was going on, and she didn't
Okay.
have any information as well. So that's why I'm
What
still
else?
here.
If Ms. Githia, if you're not privy or had access to this prior email, what would the state be offering today?
12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days. Balance probated to do the family violence intervention program. No further violent contact with the victim and 1 parenting class. I'm sorry, no, take off the parenting class.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mr. Davis, that was the current offer right now. It doesn't say anger management anywhere. So unless, like I said, and who was the prior prosecutor?
That's her name was Kenya.
Kenya Moore. I'm sorry, Kenya.
I think that's an actress, right? Okay.
I forgot her last name. Herring, Kenya Herring.
Oh, okay. She's still with us.
She's not in our office.
She's not? Is that defense counsel or prosecutor?
Prosecutor?
For?
No, she's not coming up when I do a search for her.
Has she ever been employed?
She used to be in our office.
Okay, so she's left the office?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Davis, all I can tell you right now is Ms. Githia is not comfortable accepting that assertion. So please come down to court on the next court date, which will be sent to you. It's a final plea calendar. And like I said, bring your attorney if you believe you need one. And also bring any documentation, emails to corroborate the offer that was made to you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Is your address current with the court?
It is current.
All right, we'll see you at the final plea calendar in person.
All right.
And this is to hire an attorney and address the plea offer. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Ms. Githia, I just emailed you a response and request for the diversion intake form.
I'm going to respond to this email.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Key, good morning. I'm so sorry.
Good morning, Your Honor. We've been stuck in Zoom ether limbo since 9 o'clock this morning. So I'm glad we're finally in here. So thank you.
Who's your client?
My client, Deontay Roberts. I just sent him this new link, so he should be on here very shortly. But
Okay.
We asked yesterday if we were using the link from December, and we were told yes, and we've been sitting in that one, and I've been sending emails all morning. So, but we're here now in the right Zoom.
All right, sir. And this is position 35. The prosecutor is Miss Georgia Kassidakis. How would we like to proceed, Mr. Key?
We have the discovery, and we have an offer from the prosecution. I would like to talk with the prosecutor further about that, if I may.
All right, we'll place you in a breakout session with Ms. Kassidakis. Ms. Kassidakis?
Yes.
If you want to go back to the same breakout. And if the host will please provide Mr. James Key with a breakout message to Georgia Kassidakis.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And then, Your Honor, I'll come back and do the 2, please.
Okay.
Paperwork.
Mr. DaCosta, if you want to mute your screen, please, we can hear the background. Thank you. All right. Ms. Rosenhoover, anything to announce at the present time?
Just waiting on plea paperwork, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Foreman, I'm giving you a call. Can you answer, please?
Judge Law, are you there? Judge Law.
Yeah, I'm here.
I have an announcement for position 35 Roberts.
Yes,
That's going to be a jury trial,
okay.
and it's with a attorney Key.
All right. Mr. Key,
Yes, sir.
we're going to issue a case management order for this case.
All right.
And the matter is going to be further notice for a jury trial. This will be an in-person proceeding. Please be sure that you and your client do appear at that time.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You're free to go. Right, Mr. Deontay Roberts, please contact your attorney to get an update of the case.
Okay.
You can leave the Zoom, sir. All right, we are waiting for more announcements from the public defense attorneys, and we are going to be taking the pleas on 2 particular cases. All right.
Ms. Githia, could I send you my number in the chat? Could I give you a call really quickly here?
Yeah, of course. She's not going to jump. No, she's petrified of it. She doesn't take that stuff. Well, I don't even wanna, I called her to go.
All right, Tiffany Perry. Tiffany Perry.
She dropped, she may have
No,
dropped.
she's there. I can, oh. Miss Perry, are you on Zoom? Otherwise, if you're in communication with her, this case is reset. This is position 33. This is reset to the next status calendar.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, no problem. Miss Perry, your attorney will speak with you. We'll see you at the next Zoom calendar, and that notice will be sent to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You're free to go. Miss Helen, are you available? Oh. Miss Catrice Helen, whenever we're ready to take a plea.
Sorry, Judge, my battery died there. So, I'm still negotiating with Mr. Blackman, but I already sent an email back in regards to Ms. Foreman's position. Just
I've
waiting.
got the plea paperwork for Blackman. Were you ready to proceed?
Judge, Mr. Blackman had some concerns, and so he's not ready to proceed. I need to give him another call.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna send you an email. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I'll get it.
Okay, thank you.
And Judge, Mr. Blackman's ready.
Ms. Helen, I was changing what we had just said. That's what I'm sending you.
Okay, okay.
All right. Miss Helen, while you're still on Zoom, John Stiles.
And Judge, I didn't have an opportunity to, I think that was.
All right, Mr. Stiles, please stand up. So when we called the calendar, the only person who responded was your attorney. You did not respond. So you came late. That's okay. That's all I need. You're here.
And Judge, I think I have his number. Give me 1 second from Miss Rosenhoover. While I'm getting the finalized paperwork from Mr. Blackman, I'll go ahead and talk to Mr. Stiles.
Like to finish Mr. Blackman first and Miss Chaka's case first, and then go to Mr. Stiles.
Understood, Judge.
All right. Mr. Stiles, Miss Catrice Helen is your attorney. She will call you. Do you have your cell phone with you? All right. If you want to step outside and wait for a call.
14 is gonna be a plea.
All right. Am I using the original paperwork for Mr. Blackman, or am I having a revised?
I sent a revised, I sent a revision to her. So I she will go back and submit it.
All right, have a seat, Mr. Blackman. Looks like based on your concerns, there may be some no, that's okay. There may be some revisions. Have a seat.
Ms. Githier, I responded. And Ms. Githia, I responded.
All right, Arthur White. Yeah, they logged off. Okay, that case is null prost, and this was. Okay, position 47. What? It's done.
And Judge, I think we're ready on Mr. Blackman, if the court's ready.
Am I going with the original paperwork or is there an adjustment?
The adjustment, I believe, once the conditions are complete, phone in. Oh, good, yes, yes.
All right, Mr. Blackman, please take the podium. Okay. This is State versus Cozy Blackman, case number 21. Oh, okay. Have a seat, Mr. Blackman, if you're not feeling well. There's a bench right behind you. I'm good. Okay. This is State versus Cozy Blackman, 21 CR 002-653Y. Mr. Blackman was originally accused of battery family violence stemming from a June 2nd, 2021 incident. Mr. Blackman, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is Ms. Catrice Helen, who is on Zoom. Do you see her on the screen? Okay. May I place you under oath for purposes of the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
You need to speak up, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Githia, what are the terms of the plea recommendation?
For the battery family violence, it is 12 months to serve 24 hours, credit for time served 24 hours, balance probated, 12 anger management classes as approved by probation, no further contact with Talisha Strickling, stay away from 4555 Washington Road in Atlanta, and the balance may be by phone after he completes the conditions. Does the defense stipulate to the facts, venue, and ID?
We do so stipulate, and we ask this court to accept that plea as negotiated.
So probation may be telephonic after all conditions are completed.
Correct.
Is that your understanding, Ms. Helen?
That is our
Mr.
understanding.
Blackman?
Yes. Yes.
Ms. Helen, I'm sorry, you just stated you stipulated. All right. Mr. Blackman, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No.
And have you understood your attorney and the proceedings so far?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes.
And is anyone forcing you to take a plea offer today?
No.
Are you entering a plea offer freely, willingly, and knowingly?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you decide to plead guilty to this charge, that you would have to give up your constitutional right to a trial?
Yes.
You won't have a chance to confront your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, present any defenses or arguments you may have, and have the state carry its burden to prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
No.
You're not.
I mean, yes. 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 My bad. I'm sorry.
And if you decide to plead guilty to this charge, this will be a conviction of battery family violence on your record.
Yes.
If you are ever arrested again for a same or similar offense, it will automatically be a felony charge. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Okay. How do you plead to one count of battery family violence today?
Guilty.
Your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served 1 day. You report to probation next Thursday before 3 p.m. at 132 Mitchell Street in downtown Atlanta. While on probation, you complete 12 anger management classes. Make sure that the probation officer approves of the school where you're doing the classes. So if you go sign up with a particular school, you need to make sure the probation officer says this school is okay before you start your classes.
Okay. That's fine.
You got it?
Yes.
All right. And once you have completed the classes, then your probation may switch to telephonic.
Okay.
But until then, you have to report in person. At all times, you have to have no contact with Talisha Strickling. Stay 200 yards away from her and do not communicate with her in any way, form, or manner. Is that a problem?
Not no problem.
And you have to stay away from 4555 Washington Road in Atlanta, Georgia. Is that a problem?
Not no problem.
Okay. That would be the conclusion of your plea. Please be sure to report to probation next Thursday before 3 p.m.
We'll give them its, information.
Okay, have a seat. We'll give you the information and you're free to go.
And Judge, I think I'm just waiting on a diversion intake form. I've messaged
With regards to which case?
Ms. Foreman, position.
Ms. Foreman's position 13, isn't it?
That's correct, Judge.
Are we doing a plea? Or are we going to pretrial diversion?
We are going through
We're
pre-trial
actually waiting
diversion.
on a response from our
Okay.
diversion team, so we may have to put this on the final plea.
Okay, Judge.
Yeah. All right, so Ms. Foreman, rather than make you wait any longer, we're going to reset this case to the final plea calendar. Right now, there is some consideration.
Miss-
As long as you can hear me. Ms. Foreman? Chaka Dion Foreman?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, as I was saying, your case is going to be reset to the final plea calendar where individuals are expected to appear in person. However, if your attorney has resolved the issue and you are admitted into the diversion program, then the case can be taken off the calendar. Do you understand?
Yes.
You would need to comply with the conditions of the diversion program in order to make sure that you get a dismissal of the case.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, thank you.
All right. That's all we can do right now. So if it doesn't go into diversion, she'll need to appear at the next final plea calendar in person.
Well, Judge, I'll do everything that I can to make sure it goes to diversion. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Case is reset to final plea calendar.
Is Ms. Foreman excused?
Yes, Ms. Foreman, you're free to go. I have another plea for position 14. That's
Thank
Ms.
you.
Rosen.
Thank you.
Ms. Rosenhuber's case. Olayinka Gabrielle. All right. Do I have, Ms. Helen, do you have any other announcements for any of your other cases?
No, Judge, I was just gonna ask, is anyone else waiting to speak to a public defender?
I need it.
I do see.
John Stiles, he's
Oh,
waiting on
yes.
your call.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Who's doing the plea for Rodney Woods? Is that Ms. Rosenhuber? All right.
Going on probation.
Your Honor, Mr. Gabriel has just entered the chat.
All right. Who represents Ms. Olayinka Gabrielle?
That's my client as well, Judge. We just signed up her plea paperwork.
Okay, so we'll be addressing that shortly. Meanwhile, we'll go to Mr. Woods. Rodney Woods, if you could please start your video and unmute. Okay.
And then, Judge, I
No,
think that
what time? If at 1 o'clock, you never 12. I mean,
Ms. Gabriel, please mute your screen.
if I could see the physical document, the DocuSign, for whatever reason, wouldn't let me sign it.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, no, the other one.
Rodney Woods?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to make sure.
Here you go.
You're good. Too, on my end, it didn't. I apologize, everybody. It showed.
works.
Thank you. Another thing for the technology.
This is for who? Ms. Other Gabriel. Okay, thank you. All right, State versus Rodney Woods, case number 21 CR 006-059Y. Mr. Woods was originally accused of driving under the influence of alcohol less safe, possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce, reckless driving, driving while license suspended or revoked, and failure to report striking a fixed object, and the 6th count of criminal trespass. These stem from a January 14th, 2021 incident in Fulton County, Georgia. Mr. Rodney Woods is appearing via Zoom. And Mr. Woods, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is Ms. Sarah Rosenhuber. May I place you under oath, Mr. Woods, for purposes of the plea?
Yes,
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Rosenhuber, are we going to null pros all the charges but DUI, let's say?
Yes, Your Honor, that's my understanding of the agreement.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, so we're only proceeding on the plea on the remaining charge of DUI, let's say.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, and the terms?
Does the defense stipulate to a factual basis, venue, and ID?
Yes, we do.
The state's recommendation is for the DUI less safe, 12 months probation, $300 fine, serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days, balance probated, 40 hours community service, a risk reduction program, a drug and alcohol evaluation, 1 victim impact panel, null pros dismiss all the remaining charges, and probation can become non-reporting upon completion of terms.
Ms. Rosenhuber, does your client accept these terms as negotiated?
Yes, Your Honor, and we just ask that the court accepts the negotiated agreement.
All right. Mr. Woods, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
And have you understood the proceedings and your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney services?
Yes, ma'am.
And is anyone forcing you or inducing you to enter a guilty plea today?
Ma'am.
I'm sorry?
No, ma'am.
If you decide to enter a guilty plea to DUI, driving under the influence of alcohol less safe, you would have to give up your constitutional right to a trial in front of a judge or a jury. You will not have the opportunity to go back to court to face your accuser, challenge the evidence and witnesses brought before you, have the assistance of counsel to present your arguments and defenses if you choose to do so, and have the state carry its burden to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
How do you plead to 1 count of driving under the influence of alcohol less safe?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days. You'll report to the probation office next Thursday before 3 p.m. The probation office is located at 132 Mitchell Street in downtown Atlanta. While you're on probation, you will pay a $300 fine, complete 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. You will also complete a risk reduction program and undergo an alcohol and drug evaluation and submit yourself to any treatment as required. Your
Okay.
probation officer will also direct you on how to attend and complete 1 victim impact panel.
Okay.
Once you will report to probation every month. Once you have completed all these conditions and you are up to date with your probation fees, fines, and court costs, then your probation can go non-reporting. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Your license will be suspended based upon your guilty plea. So you would need to surrender your license your license will be suspended. So you can check with DDS upon your entry of guilty to a DUI.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Doesn't have one. Doesn't have a license.
Okay, this is all for Mr. Woods. I think I've signed them all. Position 14, State versus Olayenka Gabrielle.
Here.
All right. And is that you too, Ms. Rosenhuber?
Yes, Judge, 1 moment.
Mhm.
May I ask,
Yes.
are we good with the early termination?
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Judge, we might ask you to write something in on the plea paperwork that we agree to, if that's okay, but
That's fine.
otherwise, we're ready to go.
Right. What are the new changes?
The agreement was that probation is to terminate after the completion of the anger management classes, and I noticed that that wasn't explicitly on the document.
Okay.
That's correct.
All right. This is State versus Olayenka Ashley Gabrielle, case number 21 CR 002-197Y. Ms. Gabriel was originally accused of simple battery, family violence, and criminal trespass, family violence from October 24th, 2020. The state is proceeding on one count of simple battery, family violence, and the criminal trespass charge is going to be null prost. Ms. Gabriel, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is Ms. Sarah Rosen Hoover. May I place you under oath for purposes of the plea?
Right.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Rosen, Ms. Kasdakis?
That's my case, Your Honor.
Oh, Ms. Gavia, yeah.
For the simple battery family violence, it is 12 months probation to do 12 anger management classes as approved by probation. No further violent contact with the victim, Beverly Miller, and the balance will be suspended upon completion. Does the defense stipulate to the facts, venue, and ID?
Yes, we do.
No,
right.
nothing further from me, Your Honor.
All right. And the state's going to null pros the criminal trespass, right?
Correct. I
Okay.
sent the, no, possible.
That's okay. All right, Ms. Gabrielle, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
And have you understood the proceedings and your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with your attorney services?
Yes, ma'am.
And is anyone forcing you or inducing you to take this plea today?
No.
Has it been explained to you that if you decide to plead guilty to simple battery family violence, you would have to give up your constitutional right to try this case in a court of law? You will not have the opportunity to confront your accuser, challenge the witnesses and the evidence brought against you, have the ability to present any arguments or defenses through the assistance of counsel, and also to waive your right to have the state carry its burden and prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to one count of simple battery family violence?
Yes.
Guilty or not guilty, Ms. Gabriel?
Oh, guilty. I'm sorry.
Okay. Your sentence is 12 months probation. You'll report to the probation office next Thursday before 3 p.m. The office is located at 132 Mitchell Street in downtown Atlanta. While you're on probation, you will complete 12 anger management classes. You have to be sure that the school where you take the classes has been pre-approved by a probation officer before you undertake those classes. While you're on probation, you're also to have no violent contact with Beverly Miller. Once you've completed the 12 anger management classes and you're up to date with all your probation fees and costs, your probation will then terminate.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. That will be the conclusion of this case. Thank you. How do we get the probation information to Miss?
I filled out the form, Judge, with all of
Okay.
the content.
Okay. All right, Miss Gabriel, you're free to go. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Miss Helen is still talking to John Stiles. I'll go over the calendar. No, I think Miss Helen's talking to one other person. Okay. Position, yeah. Position number 1, Anaki is further notice to final plea. Position 2, Beasley is null pros. Position 3 was a plea. Position 4 is placed on the dead docket. Position 5 is reset to final plea. Position 6 is further notice for trial. 7, Davis is reset final plea. 8, Wanda Davis was a plea. Position 9, 10, and 11 are reset to final plea. 12, further notice for trial. 13, Foreman is reset to a final plea calendar pending diversion. 14 was a plea. 15 is reset to final plea. 16 and 17 are placed on a dead docket. That's Quintarius Gooden. 18 is further notice to a final plea. 19, Dennis Grant. That was Kaylee Maxwell's.
That was
Judge,
Miss
that's
Helen.
my case. I didn't make any contact with Mr. Grant. I don't have any way or file. I just asked that there not be a bench warrant submitted and it be reset to the next status.
This is a final reset to a status calendar. Failure to appear will, actually, do we still do our show cause calendars? Okay, it's going to be a reset to a show cause calendar.
Understood, Judge?
Position 20 and 21, Hale is further notice for trial. 22, Hernandez is further notice for final plea. 23 is reset final plea. 24 and 25 are, 24 is reset final plea. 25 is reset to a status calendar. 26, Kendrick is further notice for a jury trial. Position 27, 28, and 29 are further notice to a final plea. 30 and 31 are further notice for trial, jury trial. 32 is further note, Perry is further notice to a final plea. 33 is reset to a status calendar. 34, Phoenix, status calendar. 35, Roberts is further notice for trial. 36 and 37 are reset to a final plea calendar. 38, Blake Severs.
Judge, I don't believe that Mr. Severs appeared. Again, this was one Ms. Helen and I don't have the files. Ms.
Mhm.
Shelley's pretty sick right now. If we
Right.
could put it on show cause.
Reset to show cause calendar. 39 is further notice to a final plea calendar. 40 is a final plea calendar. 41, John Stiles, Ms. Helen.
Yes, Judge, I have an announcement. Spoke to Mr. Stiles. He's a transfer case. I just want an opportunity to make my entry into the case, review the discovery with him. If we could have a final plea calendar, Judge.
All right. Mr. Stiles, your case is going to be reset to what we call a final plea calendar. You'll need to be in discussions with your attorney before that date will be sent to you. Have you changed your address recently?
Yes, ma'am. It's sent my last.
Okay, if you have a seat, we'll make sure we get the new address from you so we can update our system. Whatever it may be right now, but. Okay, but your next court date, when you get the notice, you must come back to court in person. All right. 42, Taylor is reset final plea. 43, Trejo was a plea.
I'm sorry, Judge, is Mr. Stiles free to go after he updates his
Yes,
information?
he's free to go after he gives us his new address.
Thank you, Judge.
44, Turner is reset to final plea. 45, Ventris is reset to status. 46 is reset to a final plea. 47, Arthur White is null prost. 48, Jakari Wilcox is going to be reset to a show cause calendar. And 49, Rodney Woods was a plea. All right, folks, we'll be in recess until 1:30 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.